dislodgement of the Abubakar Shekau-led Boko Haram terrorists from the Sambisa forest and the killing of Shekau have heightened fears of terrorist attacks in Borno and adjoining states, according to multiple military sources. Sahara Reporters was told that the invasion of the Sambisa stronghold by the stronger Islamic State West African province fighters and the taking over of the strongholds portend a greater security crisis, with the military asking residents of the affected states to be more vigilant. Military sources confirmed that troops had been put on high alert to contain the ISWAP likely attacks, which would be to spread fear that a new set of terrorists were now in charge. This is a public alert. ISWAP might be planning to attack Maiduguri and its metropolis after Shekau killed himself. All locals are strongly advised to report any suspicious activities to the security agencies. All security agencies must be on high alert for a possible attack, a top military source stated. Sahara Reporters had earlier reported that Shekau, who had evaded the Nigerian military for years, killed himself during a violent clash between his faction and the ISWAP province fighters who overran the Sambisa forest in the state. Multiple military sources had confirmed to Sahara Reporters that Shekau blew up himself with an explosive when it was clear that the ISWAP fighters wanted him to relinquish power to them. After all his commanders were captured and killed in the forest, it was learned that the incident took place on Wednesday evening following the invasion of the terror group's stronghold in the Sambisa forest area by ISWAP deadlier fighters. ISWAP, which had broken away from Shekau-led Boko Haram faction in 2016 after pledging allegiance to the Islamic State, reportedly raided the group's hideout using no fewer than 50 gun trucks. Hongman also reported that Shekau's enclave was tracked down by ISWAP using its forces based in the Timbuktu Triangle. His fighters were killed in the process, followed by a long gunfire exchange between the invading group and the Shekau's bodyguards. Shekau had been the leader of Boko Haram since 2009, following the death of the group's founder, Mohammed Yusuf. He had been rumored to have been killed by the Nigerian military at least 4 times between July 2009 and August 2015. In August 2016, the Nigerian Air Force had claimed he had been fatally wounded by military bombardment, but the terror group released a video only a month later showing he was alive. Okay, so this is what has been trending now, that Shekau is dead, Shekau is dead. But I think the bone of contention now is that the army is now, Nigerian army is giving alert of possible attack by this ISWAP. Now they are the new terror group in town. So I think the most important thing, of course, people are aware, but the most important thing is for you people to be at alert. Like people have been saying, if ISWAP can get hold of Shekau, then why is it difficult over how many years? Over a decade now, the Nigerian government has been telling us all manner of stories, cock and bull stories, and also they've been telling us that they have been defeated technically. So with the way things are going, we just know that they've not tried at all. They don't try at all. The Nigerian army no try at all. They no try at all. Let's hear what Nigerians are saying, because this country, the more you look, the less you see. The more you look, honestly, the less you see. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate. Well, so human beings can enter Sambisa and kill Shekau. Nigerian military should be ashamed of reporting this. If ISWAP just did what you dread, how will you stop them now? I smell a sinister motive behind this. I don't trust this government. Someone says, I don't trust this government. Shame on Nigeria military. It took another terrorist group to dislodge Boko Haram, yet they are gallivanting in the southeast because they feel southeast is not high security threat. If another group could claim to have dislodged Boko Haram, how possible would they dislodge this group? you can stand on evil, injustice, unfairness, and have victory. It is impossible. It is a natural law. He that must fight and win evil must be clean if it take another evil to overrun another evil. Useless and confused military service in Nigeria. Instead of you to dislodge the criminal terrorist group as they are fighting against in themselves, you are waiting for them to finish their fighting. I'm ashamed of Nigeria military. This can't happen. By God's grace, you didn't expect ISWAP will overrun Shekau stronghold, which they did. They will surely and somehow be ending their lives among themselves. The hardship they inflicted on to innocents and the North entirely will surely be paid by their own lives. Why are they informing us on this? To go to battle with them or what? Please tell the military to call for reinforcements to keep us safe. No excuse, I beg. Can Nigeria military leave Southeast to repair ISWAP immediately? We cannot replace terrorists with another terrorist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said they will come to the Southeast with their army and police, of which they will die anyway, but for the few who will survive, they won't have anywhere to return to because terrorists must have taken over everything. The military and their president should be ashamed of themselves. Just 50 ISWAP terrorists with their gun trucks were able to finish in minutes what the Nigeria government has been spending millions of dollars to do. There is something very fishy about it. Sooner we will get rid of this government, the better for us. Funny country, I thought they said Sambisa is too big for our military to invade. How come ISWAP overpowered Boko Haram in the same Sambisa forest? Ask them, soldier no fit kill one Boko Haram, na ISWAP go kill their leader. So funny. Don't mind them. How many times will they kill this Shekawu? Shekawu is see a spirit. Army kills him today. He gets up and attacks Maiduguri. ISWAP kills him again. He woke up and attacked another town. Aren't we ashamed of this Nigerian army? Honestly, it's baffling. Now they are warning people. The next thing is just to deploy people there now, just the way you are reinforcing. You see how they are embarrassing themselves. You are reinforcing troops to go to Southeast. This is where you are supposed to go, and you are not giving information. They are the ones who are even giving us information. Even the ISWAP has not even given us, the journalists have not even given us information about this. But it is Nigerian army that are now sitting down, telling us how it happened from one bit to another, from one stage to another, from one level to another. They are the ones giving us all this information. And that's why some people are saying something is fishy somewhere.